Welcome to the Newman Education YouTube channel. And this channel was established because I saw a need in myself and in my colleagues. So let me tell you about it. All right, to kick off this YouTube channel, I wanted to share my story with you of how I realized that I have to be well in order to do well. I'm a registered nurse, and at the time of making this video, I've been working in the emergency department for over 10 years. And I'm sure many of you have had to visit the emergency department, and you know what the environment is like there. It's chaotic, it's fast-paced, it's noisy, it's sad, it's scary, it's violent sometimes, it's tragic, sometimes it's downright hilarious, it's cognitively challenging, and it's socially challenging. And I found this over 10 years to be a lot. There was also shift work. I was up at night and sleeping during the day. I was eating dinner for breakfast. I was doing 110 things. I was doing a lot outside of work as well. I was involved in my community. I was doing sports. And I was trying to show up at work mentally, physically, emotionally, and it was hard. And I was trying to show up for my patients and also my colleagues. I wanted to be there for them. I wanted to be part of the team, but I found that I was getting tired and my level of engagement just started to wane over time, and I didn't want to see that. And I could honestly see that in my colleagues as well, that they were tired. They were trying to figure out, how do I eat well? How do I manage my life at home and at work and still show up and be present? So I looked at myself and my colleagues, and I wanted to figure out a way that we could make healthy changes together so that we could be more present at work, so that we could be more present at home. When you look at a problem that seems really big, like changing your whole life, it can seem too much to swallow. And I realized that, you don't have to take everything and change it all at once. It can be a small change that makes a big difference. And actually, it was one of my colleagues at work who helped me understand this. She could see that I was trying to learn how to eat better, but I really didn't know where to start. And she took me under her wing and she showed me how to make small changes. Eat this snack instead of this one. Drink this drink instead of this drink. And by applying those changes over time, I started to see a big difference in my health. And I realized that I could apply this to other areas of my life, that just making a small change in the right direction can have a big impact. If you take a huge cruise ship and you have it going in one direction, but just change its trajectory by 1 degree, over time, that will make a big difference on where the cruise ship lands. And the same applies for our lives. So I wanted to find out, how could I make these changes? And that's where Newman Education comes in. We want to help you reach that destination by making small changes in your life so that you can be well in order to do well at home and at work. And part of doing that is looking at the whole picture. I realized I couldn't just make changes eating healthy. I needed to actually look at my whole self. How was I replenishing myself emotionally? How was I replenishing myself physically and spiritually? So that I could have something to give out to my patients, to give to my family, and to give to my colleagues as well. And at Newman Education, we look at the whole person. Working in the emergency department, we would see people come in, let's say with abdominal pain, and they would want some kind of pill. They want like a quick fix. What can I take to make this go away entirely? Without actually looking at what was causing the pain in the first place. And maybe there's some lifestyle changes that need to take place so that they don't end up in the same place, a year from now. And the same applies for our life, is that there's sometimes no quick fix. We have to look at things as a whole.